Well, Darius Rucker and his wife Beth, after 20 years of marriage, are getting a divorce. That's right, Darius Rucker and his wife Beth, 20 years of marriage, 3 children, getting a divorce. Oh wait, no, let me see. Darius Rucker and his wife Beth are consciously uncoupling. This is like so frustrating. Okay, so if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Appreciate that you're here. I'm Brad Zudes, #1 best-selling parenting author. We help babies sleep through the night, toddler behavior, parenting teens and tweens, and most importantly, we talk about marriage. And when I see news like this, it really bothers me. No, I'm not talking about necessarily celebrity divorce news. We're not a celebrity gossip channel. We're a parenting channel. So if you're into that, you can subscribe. But what really bothers me is when people apparently, allegedly, just stop liking each other anymore and get a divorce. So before I get on my high horse and give you a parenting expert's opinion on this, here's what you need to know. I'm looking at the Today article, okay, from Today, and it doesn't give us a ton of information. So before everyone gets on their high horse and starts saying all these crazy things in the comment like they did on my Rachel Hollis divorce video, we don't know what was going on in the background, okay? We have very little information. We don't know if he was beating her or beating the kids, or he was a drug dealer or a serial killer or led a double life or anything crazy like that, okay? So we can't make those conclusions, nor do I want to. What we do know is that they appear to be as amicably splitting up as possible. It says, quote, Beth and I would like to share that after much reflection, we've made the decision to consciously uncouple. Okay, so here's what we have to glean from this is basically they don't like each other anymore and they don't want to be married anymore. So they have 3 children. One of them is from another marriage, but together they have 2. Danielle, who's 19, and son Jack, who is 15. Okay, so here's the deal. You have teenagers that are entering into the world of, hey, it might be the season of my life where I start to look for long-term partners. And one of the biggest pitfalls when we get articles like Darius Rucker getting a divorce, when we get these things, it's like, oh, it's perfectly fine if we just fall out of love, we don't like each other anymore, and we're going to amicably split. The problem with that is that it's sending a message to their children, whether they want to or not, that, hey, someday you can pick out a spouse, but if you don't like them, you can just go ahead and call it quits. Now, again, we don't know if they've been to weeks and weeks and months of years of marriage counseling. We don't know anything about the background. But what we do know is that they're trying to make it appear like, hey, this was pretty amicable. We're just kind of out of here. More importantly, where this whole, hey, we don't like each other anymore culture comes from is high school or even junior high dating, right? So when most Americans, they go out and they go to school, they go to public school, and they see a cute girl or a cute boy or whatever that makes them all feel special, and then they decide to date, right? And then the minute that other person in the relationship stops making them feel ooey and gooey, well, we just call it quits, and we then go find the next person that makes us feel all warm and fuzzy and ooey gooey. And then when that stops, then we just go find the next person and the next and the next and the next. And this dating culture that America is entrenched in is literally practice for I don't like you anymore, let's break up. It's literally divorce practice. Now again, do some couples stay in it through thick and thin? Do some relationships last stronger than others? Of course. But on the whole, we literally are helping our kids practice for divorce someday. You know what's even crazier? I was reading online about a wed lease, WEDLEASE, a wed lease, where it basically says, hey, we're going to be married for 5 years, just like you would lease a car. And at the end of 5 years, we're going to reevaluate and see if we're going to renew our wed lease. Which, unfortunately, as much as couples break up these days in divorce, it's actually not a bad idea because it's kind of like a built-in prenup where everything's laid out, and if you don't want to renew, you just simply walk away, and we all know the consequences. So here's the deal. Some of you watching this video might be feeling like a little disparaged with your spouse, or like, we're not as close as we used to be anymore, or you're slowly drifting away, right? And what you have to do is you actually have to invest time, effort, energy, and sometimes money into your marriage to make sure that you don't just wake up one day to a stranger and be like, I don't know you. Why are we still married? Let's just call this off amicably. So if you don't want your kids growing up in a world where divorce is just commonplace and think that that's fine, if you don't want a world where you actually help your children practice divorcing other people, if you actually want to live in a world where you work on your marriage and you stick through it through thick and thin, and you try hard and you put time and effort and energy into your marriage, and you study your marriage and you make efforts, if that's how you want it to be, then this is going to be a channel that you need to subscribe to so that you can start recognizing these things and start working on the small things while they're still small things before it's too late and you wake up one day and find yourself in a position that you thought you would never, ever, ever be in. So don't forget to hit the like button on this video and subscribe. It really would mean the world to us if that's you. You can click right here to see our Rachel Hollis divorce video, and we'll see you back right here on YouTube at the Zudes.